Hello students, today we are going to see one of the important poems, a simple and a beautiful poem by Sarojini Naidu, that is Indian Weavers. Now, the beauty of the poem lies in its simplicity yet profound thought which has been expressed by the poet. Now, if we talk about Sarojini Naidu, she started writing poems at the age of 12. Even her mother used to write poems in Bengali. Because not only she was a poet, but she was also an activist who participated in the struggle for India's freedom against the Britishers. She was the first governor of independent India. She was the first woman to hold the office of governor in independent India, and she was also the first woman to become president of Indian National Congress. Now, because of the beautiful verses that she wrote, as a poet, she earned a sobriquet. What do you mean by sobriquet? That is the word which has been used while introducing her. It is pronounced as sobriquet. So it earned her the sobriquet, that is Nightingale of India. Sobriquet means a nickname. A nickname means she was given the name Nightingale of India. So Nightingale sings beautifully. Yes, even the verses by Sarojini Naidu, her poems are beautiful indeed. Even this simple poem, then when you will study, you will realize why she earned this sobriquet. Okay. Now, as I told, she started writing poem at the age of 12. If you see this poem, the beauty of this poem lies where? Lies in its simplicity, in the thought which has been conveyed in simple yet effective way. Okay. Now, here there are only 3 stanzas. Each stanza contains 4 lines. Each stanza contains a question and an answer. Okay. So, should we start the beautiful poem, that is Indian Weavers? Now, what are weavers? The one who weave clothes on the loom with threads. Okay. So, when the weavers are weaving cloth, now India is known as a textile hub. Yes. So, handloom industry has been very flourishing industry at that time, especially at that time. And the weavers used to weave with hand on the loom. So, weavers weaving at break of day. Why do you weave a garment so gay? Blue as the wing of halcyon wild. We weave the robes of a newborn child. So, weavers are weaving at break of day. At break of day, it means early morning. It means dusk. At break of day, it means early morning. You can say it as dawn. Early morning. Okay. So, at break of day, the weavers are weaving a cloth, and they are asked, why do you weave a garment so gay? So, now even clothes, yes, some colors are very bright. They make us feel happy. So, gay here means happy, bright, bright. Blue as the wing of halcyon wild. How is the garment? It is blue. And what kind of blue it is? It is like the wings of the halcyon kingfisher. Halcyon kingfisher. Which is halcyon kingfisher. Which is blue in color. Okay. So, they are weaving a cloth which is blue in color. So, they are asked, what are you weaving? And something so bright. So what is the answer they give? We weave the robes of a newborn child. Robes, clothes. For whom? For a newborn child. Understood the first stanza? Weavers are weaving at daybreak, early in the morning. The cloth is very bright. It is blue color, like halcyon. Okay? And what is the answer? What they are weaving? They are weaving the cloth of a newborn child. Now the next stanza. Weavers weaving at fall of night. Fall of night? What is fall of night? Means late evening, that is dusk. That is dusk. Dawn, dusk. So at the time of the dusk, what they are weaving? Why do you weave a garment so bright? Again they are weaving something which is bright in color. Like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green. This time what is the color? This time the color is like the plumes of a peacock, feathers of a peacock. And what is the color? Color is purple and green. So what is the answer they give? We weave the marriage veils of a queen. So at the time of evening, before the fall of night, the weavers are again weaving a bright cloth, which is the color plumes of peacock, okay, purple and green. And what is it? It is the marriage veil of a queen. Now the third stanza. Weavers weaving solemn and still. What do you mean by solemn? Now you see, even the mood of weavers is changing according to the cloth they are weaving. In the first, how their mood was, they were happy. Second, in evening, their mood was bright. It means they were cheerful. But at night, they were solemn and still. Solemn, serious. Solemn, serious. Seriously, they were weaving something. They were serious. Okay? And still, calmly they were weaving. What do you weave in the moonlight? Again a question. They are asked what they are weaving at the time of night. Moonlight, when we have moonlight? Night. And chill, it is cold. It is cold. That is cold, no? White as a feather and white as a cloud. Now what they are weaving? They are weaving a cloth which is white as feather. Color this time is white. It is not colorful. The cloth is not colorful. It is white. White like feathers in cloud. We weave a dead man's funeral shroud. And what they are weaving? They are weaving the shroud of a dead man. Shroud, a cloth which is wrapped around a dead person. Shroud, a cloth wrapped around a dead person. Now, see the beauty of the poem. In the first stanza, when the weavers are asked, they tell that they are weaving something bright, like the wings of the halcyon. They are weaving the cloth for a newborn child. In the evening, they are weaving. Usually we have weddings in evening in India. No? So, the phase of the life, like actually the poet has described 3 phases of life. When we say at the break of the day, that is the starting of life. What is this phase known as? This phase is known as childhood. When we talk at fall of night, that is the middle part of our life. Yes, that is the middle part of our life. That is adulthood, youth. And the last, when the poet is talking about shroud, at night, the last phase of life, that is when death approaches us. 3 phases have been described by the poet. Childhood, adulthood, and the time of death. If you see the beauty of the poem, the poetess, Sarojini Naidu, has used beautiful imagery. What do you mean by imagery? Imagery is a poetic device where the image comes to your eyes when you read the lines. So when I was reading, the image come to your mind. They are weaving a blue bright cloth. They are weaving purple and green cloth. They are weaving a white cloth. Their moods, you get to know. They are sad, they are happy, they are cheerful. Yes? So, imagery has been used beautifully by Sarojini Naidu in the simple short poem. As I told you, the poem is simple and short, but the meaning is profound. Why? It talks about the three phases of life, the three stages of life. You know, how are the three stages of life? The mood is different. The expectations from life are different. The atmosphere is different. That has been described. So, if you see, which are the figures of speech which abounds in the poem, simile, comparison has been blue as the wings of a halcyon wild, like the plumes of peacock. Okay? Even alliteration has been used a lot. If you will see the complete poem, you will realize that the sound of W has been used more than 18, 19, means 20 times in the poem. Okay? So, there lies the beauty. Alliteration means sound is repeated. And when the sound is repeated, what happens? We have a melodious rhythm to the poem. So, here we find that thing. Also, remember, the poet has used birds to describe. Three things have been common in three stanzas. What are the three things? Childhood, break of the day. Bird, halcyon, bright colors. Second stanza, fall of the night. Yes. Again bird. Which bird? Peacock. Plumes, purple and green. Yes. That is the second, means they are weaving a veil for the queen, the second phase of life. Third, again a bird has been mentioned, but bird has not been mentioned. Feathers has been mentioned, and feathers are white this time, because what is being woven by the weavers this time? They are weaving the shroud of a dead man. Okay, so if the beauty of the poem lies in its simplicity and the thought which has been portrayed. Okay, again I am summarizing it in short. Just in the first stanza, the weavers are weaving a cloth in the morning. They are weaving a bright blue which is being compared to a kingfisher's feather. Okay, they are actually weaving the cloth of newborn child, phase childhood. Second, fall of night, that is evening, and this time they are weaving a bright garment like the plumes of peacock. It's purple and green, and actually it's the veil of the queen. It's the marriage veil of the queen. Okay. Next, last stanza, they are solemn and still. They are quiet. They are seriously, calmly weaving something. The night is moonlit. Last phase of life, that is the night, has arrived. They are actually weaving white, which is light and light as feather. What they are weaving? They are weaving the shroud of a dead man. So, what are the features of the poem? 3 stanzas, 4 lines, profound use of imagery, metaphor, simile, alliteration, and 3 phases of life has been described by the poet. Do go through this beautiful poem and see how beautifully, how simply Sarojini Naidu has put forth her thoughts. Thank you. Do subscribe to the channel to enrich your English. Thank you.